Think about the last time you decided to finally lose your belly fat. You probably spent the night downloading 3 different workout apps. You ordered a box of exotic superfoods, set your alarm for 4 a.m., and completely overhauled your life. By day 14, you were entirely exhausted. The alarm rang, you hit snooze, and the new routine was dead. The fitness industry knows exactly how to sell you that initial burst of energy. Your brain is wired to seek out novelty, constantly looking for the dopamine hit that comes from starting an exciting new challenge. This diagram illustrates a deep biological conflict. On the left, we see the brain's sharp dopamine spikes reacting to novelty, but on the right, we see your metabolism. Biological processes rely entirely on steady, predictable repetition. When you throw wild, sudden changes at your daily routine, your body doesn't see it as motivation. It registers that chaos strictly as physical stress. Treating weight loss like an entertainment product actively works against your biology. People who actually maintain a lean physique don't chase excitement. They master mundane repetition. When you force sudden extremes, like completely skipping meals or jumping straight into high-intensity workouts, your system responds by releasing the stress hormone, cortisol. This flowchart tracks the physical consequence of that stress. As the cortisol indicator rises, it signals to your system that you're in a survival scenario. Your body reacts by expanding fat cells, particularly around the stomach, locking down stored energy to protect you from the perceived threat. To prevent that panic response, you apply the first boring habit, the copy-paste breakfast. You choose one specific meal containing 30 to 40 grams of protein, and you eat it every single morning. Standardizing this meal entirely removes decision fatigue from the start of your day. You ensure your nutritional baseline is hit before your morning motivation has a chance to waver. That heavy dose of morning protein acts directly on your endocrine system, physically suppressing the hormones that trigger your appetite for hours afterward. By automating your first plate of food, you give your metabolism the exact predictability it requires. You neutralize cravings through basic biology long before you ever have to rely on sheer willpower. The second habit regulates the other end of your diet, the 10-minute post-meal pace. Immediately after finishing your heaviest meal, you go outside and walk for 10 minutes. This chart demonstrates the internal reaction to a heavy dinner. Notice the sharp, sudden spike. That steep line represents your blood sugar and insulin surging into your bloodstream to process the large intake of calories. But the moment you start walking, your leg muscles demand immediate fuel. They soak up that excess glucose from your blood, forcing your insulin levels to drop fast and allowing your body to flip right back into a fat-burning state. The third habit scales that movement up, a non-negotiable floor of 8,000 steps every single day. Unlike grueling intervals of burpees or wind sprints, steady walking doesn't trigger a fight-or-flight response. You expend energy and burn calories without pushing your body into a panicked high cortisol state. Relentless low-intensity movement smooths out the massive energy spikes from your meals. It taps into your fat stores quietly, completely bypassing the physiological alarms that make extreme cardio so exhausting. The fourth habit finalizes the loop, the hormonal blackout. You set a rigid, unwavering bedtime and adhere to it every single night. The data shows that sleeping for 5 hours or less actively programs your body to elevate hunger hormones for the entirety of the following day. An unpredictable sleep rhythm shatters the foundational stability your metabolism needs to feel safe enough to release stored fat. Locking in a strict circadian rhythm connects the previous habits together. It shifts fat loss away from being an active daily battle against exhaustion, turning it into an automatic, background biological process. The most common point of failure for any diet is around week 3. People rarely quit because the workouts are too physically demanding. They quit because the routine has finally become boring. Boredom is the ultimate filter. It separates the people who just want the temporary thrill of starting a fitness journey from the people who genuinely want long-term results. The entire biological playbook requires just 4 things: the standardized breakfast, the post-meal walk, the daily step floor, and a rigid bedtime. You don't need to chase motivation for another extreme 30-day program. Embrace the mundane truth that your body thrives on predictability, and realize that relentless consistency will defeat temporary motivation every single time.